in the lane as well. And I think Jewel is a very underrated hero right now. She was very strong the last update, even stronger now. Her effective health, as long as you don't show your back to your enemies, is one of the highest in the game at the moment. So very, very strong hero. Would not be surprised if we do start to see her more and more frequently. But it is the Qlash pick that Qlash decided to prioritize. There's still plenty of options for Mousesports. The Alpha is available. You have Reza available in the jungle. So I'm a little bit curious that Qlash didn't try and take away one of the laners, because the laners, I feel like, there aren't as many that are prevalent right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. The laner would have been better to take there, so that you're also able to save your last pick as a counter pick for the jungle, especially since Vox is still open. You take Cruel. Vox does really good against Cruel because you're able to kite him away. You most likely will get the Poison Shift unless you go for a Breaking Point TM build. If you have the Poison Shift, you reduce his barrier from his A, you reduce the sustain that comes out from his weakness stacks. So it works really well against the pick. I'm surprised that they picked up Cruel first. Flalfa is still open. They could go for that as an option for the jungle. Works extremely well, especially since CP with the Vox that do different damage sources. They go with the Baptiste, however, and we did see a few Batistes last weekend with a Clockwork first build.
Especially, I like the Baptiste pick into a Krull as well, because, again, it just goes back to keeping that Krull at bay. There's Holy Novas, there's slows from the Grace, a slow from the Vox. Now there's a Fear and an Ordained. There's so many things to keep this Krull away from their carries and just make him have a miserable time.
And that's become even stronger on 2.9 because of the way that Clockwork was changed. Ordained is so much more of a shorter cooldown if you can land those mojos. So Krull is going to have a really awkward time trying to get onto this Baptiste.
He really will have a really awkward time, especially, like you said, if he goes for the Clockwork, he's going to have multiple Fearsome Shades in a team fight as well. Gwen comes out as a laner. She's not the strongest in this current update, but she has the CC, the Skedaddle, the ability to escape CC.
Absolutely. Also, this is one of the two picks that we know Massili's for.
Yeah, and this is also a pick that could go Weapon or Crystal. I think Crystal Gwen, this update is actually incredibly strong. Buckshot Bonanza is already on a fairly low cooldown, and if you can just build up your Crystal power, get that Dragon's Eye, and you constantly are able to harass and just chunk the entire enemy team, especially with the lineup that they have. Like, there's not a ton of health on the side of Mousesports. This Buckshot could do some serious work.
All right, let's talk about these compositions overall then. How are we expecting this game to start off? Who's going to be on the front foot to begin?
I think it's most likely going to be Mousesports, especially if Gwen does go as a CP hero. Her late game is strong, but her early game is not the strongest. Cruel will probably try to play aggressive. Possibly he has the ability to, but the Vox and the Baptiste, they can definitely shut him down. If it goes up against the CP Gwen, it's going to be hard for them to execute because they also don't have a lot of engage on the Gwen. But if it goes weapon power, I expect the Vox and Cruel to do, or the Vox and Baptiste to do a lot of work.
All right, we'll see if that is going to be the case. I'm really curious as to whether this does end up being a Crystal Power Gwen. Also, really curious to see how well the Baptiste does as a Baptiste one-trick myself. I want to see how I should be playing it in solo queue. This should be an exciting match to start things off. But it's about time that we get on into this one. Don't forget to let us know who you are supporting at home as well. Use that hashtag Vainglory8 and let us know whether you want Mousesports to make it to the semi-finals this week, or if you want Qlash to find the upset and get some points on the board. Get in touch on Twitter. But it's about time that we jump on into our first semi-final or our first quarterfinal, of Europe. Pass it over to our casters.
Well, thank you very much, Munchables. That's right. We've got Mousesports versus Team Qlash. I'm Humanist, and I'm here with Sean Ostino. This is going to be a lot of fun. Sean, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling well. Just had my first boy, baby Vox, born, so I'm excited to see him here in the first game today with Mousesports and Qlash. Going to be exciting.
Hashtag blessed, I think would be the case. But this is going to be really exciting. Mousesports did incredible last week. Qlash, kind of struggling a little bit, but we'll see if they can find their footing here early on.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing the typical. We see both the carries doing some rotations here through the jungles, getting that extra experience already, which is what we've been seeing here a lot in the past couple of updates, and looks like we see them starting as usual. No one's hitting that Elder Treant quite yet, but the captains are poking out. So we're going to be seeing We're going to be seeing them probably head back. It looks like we do see them heading back to pick up some extra items. Agni just did pick up some weapon blades, so we do have a crystal bit on this Gwen here. Looks like she is going to be going crystal power, and we're going to be seeing a lot of burst damage coming out of her as well. That's going to be good, especially with Clockwork this
Right.
patch getting a pretty good buff, adding CP power to it. That's going to really help her out in her build.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty crazy. I do love the CP Gwen. It's a lot of fun if it can come online here. Disown trying to contest that Elder Treant there. Not going to go his way, but he can kind of hang out as Leon and Justman plow through the jungle. Looks like it's going to be kind of quiet across the map early on here until we get a couple levels, and then we'll probably look at those ganks. One of the things I'm looking at here is Gwen seems like just a great tool against the Beast. It's going to be really hard to lock her down.
Yeah, she does have the Skedaddle that can really easily get her out of those Ordains. Looks like we have a little bit of a gank here from Agony.
Yeah, Agony's like going hard on I'm the Doom. Holding Nova off the mark here. Mercedes just hangs out. Jan moves up. Ordain down onto Disown. He dropped the Sigil. Agony right back in looking for a target. Healing Flask from Justman is out. Agony moves forward. He's on the surfboard. Dead Man's Rush. He's got his own Healing Flask. He's in there. He's got the boots. One more attack. He's got his first blood. They trade 1 for 1. And EU off to a good start here in week 2.
Yeah, that was overall a net worth gain for Qlash. It looked like, because it did get that first blood. However, he did dive under the turret there, super low. It actually looks like Leon's going pretty low now. He's running from disowned.
Yeah, but he can just reap disowned and get a little bit of health back. He's not going to. Agony makes his way back out onto the map. And actually, could be interesting as you got 2 heroes that are kind of low, and they're going to fight over this Elder Treant. Sean, I don't know if they should be doing this. The root comes out here. Agony's going to be able to get that healing and the camp, of course. Now moving forward, Justman starting to get some of these Spectral Smite stacks applied to him. He'll go ahead and try to move himself out, getting onto that forward camp. But Agony is in hot pursuit. He does not have his boots, but he continues to chase. 2 seconds for Dead Man's Rush. And he's going to go ahead and just pull off the target here.
Yeah, it looks like he is. And we do see Agony actually, he's picked up a couple items here. He's working towards a tension bow, it looks like. Going to get some of that extra Pierce down. And Pierce is really important here in 2.9.1 since we do have lower armor numbers and shielding numbers on our heroes. But that armor breaker on Pierce is going to be really devastating once he's able to build that. And it's a really good assassin-style build for this Cruel. We do have that Heavy Prism and Eclipse Prism picked up for Mercedes. Likely going to be working towards a Shatter Glass to get that heavy burst damage. But then again, it could, because of the new items that we have, it really could build into a lot of other things here in the CP tree.
It really could. I'm excited to see what he does, you know. Probably, like you said, Shatterglass. He's got a battery there just to help himself just sustain in the lane to just continue pumping out the damage here with these buckshots. I'm really curious, though, to see how it works out. I guess one of the things with Gwen as well, like, you have to kind of use the buckshot to help you last hitting. You don't have that natural last hitting ability as easily.
Yeah, that's true. She does have that boomstick heroic perk built into her kit, so if she does wait for a few seconds, she's able to get that up and do a little bit of extra burst damage as well. We usually do see a tension bow built on weapon powered Gwens, but with
Agony.
well, it looks like there's an engage.
He's on to Leon. Leon with the healing flask. So the bulwark down as Justman moved forward. The Ordain comes out onto Agony. He's gonna hang out on the edge. Gets himself back there. Flare is coming out from Mouse. They're not gonna be caught by surprise, and looks like with Agony hanging out, they don't really want to play games, but they're going to move forward now. I'm the Doom kind of left to his own devices. Agony, he's going to move deeper into the jungle. He has his ultimate. He moves in on to Leon. Dead Man's Rush. The Ordained is down. He's stunned up. Agony, he's in a tough place. Hops on his surfboard one more time to get out of here. Bulwark's down. Disown trying to slow up Mouse. Mouse on the run. Fearsome Shade, the wait for it, comes down over the top. Buckshot trying to slow him down. Imperial Sigil onto 3. They've got the movement speed, the healing. Can Qlash get out of here? Agony even stops for his own middle camp there, gets the healing out of it, so a really nice retreat from Qlash.
Yeah, that was a really nice engage. I liked how Disowned actually used a lot of the tools in his kit as this Lyra. He was able to throw down that bulwark, throw down those Imperial Sigils, get them really good movement speed increases, and they were able to just continue to retreat and fall into their own jungle under the protection of the sentry. Really well done there. Looks like we do have a Poison Shiv picked up for I'm the Doom. It's going to allow him to sustain a little bit better. A lot of tier 3 items coming out. We don't see a fountain yet on Disowned, however. Well, that's usually because we do like to see... we've seen a lot of Lyra's actually just pick up base health items, and that's going to allow her to scale with that healing on the Imperial Sigil. She did just pick up... Disowned did just pick up a Crucible, so that's going to help them with some of those blocks, perhaps with those Ordains and Fearsome Shades. And
Right.
yeah, and then he's just going to continue to heal him up pretty well with that base health with the Imperial Sigil.
Well, I think we saw like the Fearsome Shade and the Wait For It come through. Two great things that the Crucible can be used for. Agony also got his own reflex block, and I imagine he's going to be using that for like the Ordained or Holy Nova, of which he's been caught by both abilities a few times. And it's actually, when you think about how the Kroll wants to move through this fight, they have a lot of ways to lock him down there.
Yeah, they do. Let's take a look at Mercilius. He does actually have that Shattered Glass that we were talking about. It looks like he's working towards the Clockwork, and there's a little bit of an engage.
And gonna move forward. Agony pokes on the Just Man, hanging out, just throwing his recall there in the brush. He's empowered. He's just waiting for an opportunity. He has the ultimate. We'll see if he wants to boomerang this one and follow through. You have two really great stuns there, Just Man. Buckshot comes out, Agony, he's locked onto Just Man, but they turn it around to wait for it, blocked off. Aces High comes back, lands onto I'm the Doom, Agony onto Just Man. Nice Fearsome Shade onto 3, now Leon's on the chase. He smells blood, but can they find the damage? They don't want to dive under the turret, I don't think just yet. Look at these guys, the team's just trading blows here, but nobody goes down on the backside of it here. Lyra should be able to heal up her team, controls out Agony there. Well, activated immediately, turret, pulled aggro. Look like Mouse are going to just go ahead and pull off for this one.
Yeah, overall that was a really good trade, Humanist, for Mouse, because they pushed up so far under the turret, and look at all the damage that they put down on it. It's down to about a third of its health, maybe even a quarter. And Mouse is just... Oh!
Leon found Agony. That's what happened there.
Yeah, they rotated down so far into the jungle that they were able to catch him out, which was really great. And now that they have... they're working on this gold miner now. Disown's going down to half health.
Disown dropping low. Benediction in onto Mercilius. Mercilius has AoE and range damage if he wants to try and apply it. Just Man dropping low, but I'm the Doom. He's onto Disown. Sonic Zoom forward. He's going to go ahead and move back. Is Leon still on the gold miner? They want to secure this. It's going to be no contest. Okay, nice move by Mouse.
Collected.
Yeah, really nice move. And now they're actually ahead just a wee bit, about 300 gold, 400 gold in the lead. For Mouse, but you saw there the aggression that was coming out of Mouse Humanist. They just pushed up so far into that turret. The sustain from coming out of this Baptiste that Leon has is just so unreal. He was so healthy in that fight, and the trades were really, really good for the side of Mousesports. His energy is a little bit low, even though he has an energy battery, so he might want to work on something, an item, maybe even a Clockwork, or get himself a Void battery at least to help with that energy sustain.
More fighting in the jungle. Agony's on to Leon. Leon, another healing flask. He gets to the Divine Intervention as he moves back. Otherwise, that would have been Agony finding kill. Now they're on to Just Man. Look at that big buckshot. Canceled off with a Fearsome Shade to move back. The Aces High lands onto Just Man. Just Man will go down to Agony. Divines the last hit. Now Leon moves forward. Feel like they might have the control. They Ordain down. Reflex block. They move in. Dead Man's Rush. He's on to Leon. Where's the follow-through damage? Buckshot. They've got the kill coming through with the Spectral Smite. Agony finds 2 there. Now, what is the play? What is the play? Qlash moving deep into Mouse's jungle, and they're looking really strong right now.
Yeah, that was a really good engagement. We do see that the Aegis was actually burnt by Agony, so that helped him out in that last team fight to get through that Ordain and just continue to aggress on Leon. And he didn't give up. He was able to take him out, and now we see 3-2 for the side of Qlash with their kills, and they've just about evened up the gold. That was a really good trade for them because they were actually playing from behind.
Yeah, that was incredibly good. Now, it does feel like Mouse are going to try and apply some pressure here. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to take this turret out, although Agony's moved up into the lane again. Mercilius Buckshot's starting to land. Ordained is out onto Agony. What's the play? Benediction in onto the back line of Qlash, but this is Agony onto I'm the Doom. A lot of Spectral Smite stacks going up. Mercilius, though, he's trading with Leon. They're both dropping low. Leon will get the Divine Intervention. He switches back to Agony. Agony dropping low as well. Look at the sustain coming out of these teams. The Fountain perfect from Disown to keep his ally alive. Now Disown walks back as the last member of Team Qlash to be able to take any of that damage. And as we kind of predicted, their turret goes down. There's not much Qlash could do.
No, there's not much they could do. That was a really good trade from them. It looks like Qlash still wants a fight.
Okay, there's something they could do. I was wrong. The Arcing Passage in, but do you want to fight it? You wanted to not fight. They take the Arcing Passage through. They're able to find the kill on the Just Man. Now, I'm the Doom's chances ground, but Agony's got the kill. They traded it back. Leon finds one himself. Now chases on to Disown. And Disown, he's going to take the little juke down. Leon, you got juked, bud. Disown, he's got the Imperial Sigil. What are you going to do? You're going to hang around here? He's baiting him into the Crystal Sentry. He's dropping low. And Mercillius went ahead and recalled back. So if he had been able to drop down, maybe they find a kill there. Good job.
Yeah, good juke right there. And what's actually interesting, too, about Lyra this patch is she did get a buff on her Principal Arcanum. She was able to do some pretty good damage with that. The CP ratios have gone up, and the range has gone up too. So that makes her actually viable if you ever want to take her going the CP route. But still, it makes her a little bit of a threat as a captain, and it's able to do some serious work here. We do see Mercillius has picked up that clockwork that we were talking about. He has a Shattered Glass from earlier, and he also has a Broken Myth. So that's going to allow him to do some really good work piercing the shielding that we have coming out on Leon and I'm the Doom. They know that Mercillius is a threat right now from the backline, but see, the thing with a Cruel in a composition along with somebody on the backline, a ranged hero, is you gotta focus one or the other, right? So if you focus Mercillius, then we're gonna have Agony in your face, and then if you focus Agony, he's just gonna put weakness stacks on you, and you've got to be really careful about kiting backwards from him.
It's all that balance of like kiting and then collapsing back, right?
Exactly.
Nice Holy Nova coming out here. Justman making the plays. Wait for it, comes through as well. Justman taking a lot of damage to the turnaround. Aces high onto Justman, lands. Agony dropping low, standing his ground. He's on to Leon. Leon trying to find the damage with a bad mojo. Ordained down one more time. The reflex at the last second. Not enough as Agony will go down. Disown probably go down as well with the Arcane Passage and Boots able to get him out of there. He'll throw the sigil back towards Mercillius. Mercillius dropping Mouse low. Yeah, he's set up maybe for a god play here with that big buckshot AoE damage, and he's in a good place right now, but he's going to go ahead and show mercy on them.
Yeah, that was a very interesting dynamic that was happening because we actually saw Mouse coming in and they were going into that perfect cone shape where the buckshot comes out. And if he was just doing a little bit more damage as this Gwen, he could have actually finished him off.
Dude, they should play games right now. They should get in there. Mercillius. He's got the buckshot damage coming out. Leon trying to tank for his team. I'm the Doom is there. The Bright Bulwark's down, fearsome shade misses. Oh, but he's actually was able to get the gold mine, but Agony's here now. What's the play? Has Mouse overstepped himself? The Holy Note from Justman. They actually able to get Mercillius. They burst him down. They traded back. They take Leon. Now Qlash on the run. A double kill coming out for Agony. He's looking for 3. I'm the Doom. A Sonic Zoom coming up. Doesn't have boots now, and Agony is on target. Vox starting to stack up on his Breaking Point Crystal Sentry, trying to help his buddy. I'm the Doom is gonna get I'm the Doom!
The juke!
Oh, best wall jump EU! Make a new name. Disowned almost took him out with the Imperial Sigil. I'm the Doom! He's so good. What a play.
Oh, that was just beautiful. Another interesting thing that we actually saw during that fight, even though Team Qlash came out on top of that fight, clearly. But we did see I'm the Doom pick up he picked up a Tyrant's Monocle in the middle of that fight, and as it was tapering off, that's where he was able to do some more of those critical strikes. That probably allowed him to survive a little bit better, and as he was able to kite back, just the juking was really well done by him. We have some Crystal Infusions being picked up by Leon, sitting in his pocket there. He's still burning out that level 11 infusion, but it looks like Mouse is going to want to fight here pretty soon, Humanist. We see an infusion burning out as well for Mercillius. So if he's going to want to do some more CP damage on this Gwen, he's going to have to pick another one up.
Well, I'm excited. What does he go? Dragon's Eye is the next item. Probably makes sense.
Yeah, if you want Dragon's Eye, that would be really good with stacking up. And we actually see the that Dragon's Eye actually outperforms.
How is there moving around the
What is this? This is sneaky.
This is a very sneaky. The Mouse. No, they're not going to find a target here, so
Spellfire picked up by Mercilli's. That's going to allow some really good burst damage, and that actually... Oh, there's the
See how it
engage.
plays out for them. Cotton Bright Bulwark's down. They got a kite back here. Agony's on the front line. There's some shade blocked off by Mercilli's. Disowned was caught by that. Leon's trying to get on Mercilli's. Mercilli's kiting back. I'm the Doom. Mercilli's playing the game of kites right now. With Leon trades with Agony. Agony back on the surfboard. They need to get back, retreat. Shadows have empowered him. They lose Mercilli's. Now Agony has to stand his ground, make some sort of hero play. It's not enough. Mouse have found two. And they're going to blow this game wide open here in the end. Oh, the Phantom Shade over the wall with the Arcane Passage to juke it out. Leon takes a wild ride through. Ordained is down. He's under the turret. He doesn't care. He's a don't care crow.
Don't care, Crow. Oh, man. It's a really funny dynamic that we see here in between the Lyra and Baptiste right now, because Baptiste can really chunk people down with the damage from his empowered bad mojos, but Lyra's got such sustain, so if she's by herself and she's able to just heal herself up and get away from these Ordains, look at that. She's just able to heal herself up so much, so she's just going to go ahead and back out into the jungle. Disown, half health, able to survive the situation, and the Kraken taken by Mousesports.
Kraken taken by Mousesports. Mouse looking good here in game one. 17 minutes in, 7-7 net worth. A small advantage to Mouse. Team Qlash still definitely in this game. They need to go to work here. Sean, how do they approach this situation?
Well, I feel like we've got to have Qlash actually chain their CC in order to prevent Mouse from coming in here. But there's the engage. Mercilli's
Deep benediction, and they block off the fearsome shade, but wait for it comes down over the top side. It hits. Turret has aggro. Just Man dropping low. Agony trying to get on to take out the captain of Mouse, and he's done it. Now it's 2 versus 3. The buckshot lands onto 2. Agony takes down I'm the Doom. Now Leon left to his own devices. He should go down. A triple kill for Agony comes through. And this is just money in your 401k if they're going to take this Kraken down. All the team getting some juicy money here, Sean.
juicy money. We've seen so many teams get the Kraken on the leash, and they still aren't able to play effectively with her. And Mousesports is such a great team. They're able to show such great aggression, but I feel like they just overstayed or played too far forward right there. We had, if you're having Agony on this Cruel get in your face when you have the Kraken on the leash, then that is just way too far forward here. And it looks like this Tier 2 turret is going down for Qlash, and they're going to go ahead and play the smart game and retreat now.
Play the smart game. I thought we were playing Vainglory here.
Vainglory is a smart game, human.
Oh.
Yeah.
What I've been doing wrong, maybe, this whole time. It all makes sense.
Atlas Pauldron and Halcyon characters picked up. It looks like we got Flare Gun 2, another Atlas Pauldron. We've got double Atlas Pauldrons here. They really want to slow down this Vox and prevent him from ramping up his damage very quickly. This is gonna... It still could go either way right now, Humanist. We have 3 turrets apiece for both of these teams. 7-10 right now, actually favoring Team Qlash. It's looking very interesting. We also have a Poison Shiv that's come out for Agony. Infusion's picked up across the board for a lot of these players now. That Poison Shiv's going to allow Agony to sustain even more than he already is on this Cruel.
Oh, even more sustain! It makes me smile. Benediction and Just Man. Do you know you're going up against the CP Gwen here? Ward treads in, but look at the slow, bright bulwark as well. The disengage, clean disengage. Another buckshot comes through, but the wait for it over the top. 3-man silence. Team Qlash are all silence. Just Man jumps in with Leon. They're want Mercedes. Mercedes kites back with the skedaddle. Crucible comes out for his team. Divine Intervention actually onto the box there. Just Man's low. They turn. Can they take Just Man down? The second Divine Intervention keeps him alive, but not long enough as he falls. Agony will go down here to I'm Doom, and now the chase is on. Arcane Passage. Disowned? Did you just leave Mercedes in the jungle to his own devices? No! They lose the CP Gwen, and now Disowned is left by himself here. Mouse, a clean win in this fight.
Oh, the target focus was just so off, I feel, there for Team Qlash. But we did have Just Man go down. But you don't want to take down just the captain. Sure, we have this Grace doing a lot of work, reducing the damage with those Holy Shields, healing up with those Divine Interventions, but we've got to see target prioritization on the 2 carries. We've got to be... They got Atlas Pauldrons. They've got to use the Atlas Pauldrons on this Vox. If they're not able to do that effectively and target the Vox and then target Baptiste afterwards, we're going to see exactly what we did in that last fight. Oh man, Infusions picked up across the board again. Looks like they're going to be looking to fight around the Kraken. Whoever wins War Treads is actually picked up by Baptiste. We've been seeing War Treads used a lot, Humanist, and they've been popping those things and engaging. Mousesports has been utilizing that very well to just engage in these team fights. And it looks like they're going to be looking for a fight here, hanging out in the tri-bush. They could force the Kraken right now and get another team fight out of this. If whoever wins the next team fight could certainly push a lot of turrets. If Mouse Esports wins this next team fight, I feel like they're going to be... Mousesports finishes the game.
You got it, bud. Wait for it. Comes through. It's going to silence up Disowned on the backside, but the buckshot and the kiting backwards from Qlash does look pretty good here. Ordained is out. That's gone too far from Hell's Heart. Connects. Another fearsome shade comes out. The wait for it as well. And now they've been completely disrupted. Mouse have broken the engagement here. Or the disengagement, whatever it was. The re-goose. Either way, Team Qlash are falling. And Mouse look like they're going to secure this game very shortly here. As they just blew this fight wide open. That looked too easy.
The collapse, the focus coming out of Mousesports is just indomitable. You can't deal with them right now. It looks like they're just going to finish it right now. The death timers are still really high. We're at 21 minutes in Humanist.
That damage is not impressive, though, Sean.
It's not, but they have nothing to worry about. Look, there's still 18 seconds, well, 10 seconds at the very least for Mercilles. They're going to be able to take this game.
Oh, man. When you wish you could stack your breaking point off of the turrets. Anyway, doesn't matter. Mouse got it, as you called out there, my wonderful color caster / new dad. Man, feeling good here. Vox gets the win. Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed for Vox. I'm going to tell my boy that he was able to win the very first game I cast after we brought him home. It looks like the CP Gwen didn't impress too much here. She only got 2 kills with that Spellfire. But yeah, we saw a lot of kills coming out of Vox from I'm the Doom, and I'm excited for game number 2 here.
I'm excited for game number 2 as well. As you called, the CP Gwen didn't find the success. Felt like it had a lot of the tools to make things work here. Agony did his best. Mercilles looked good. I mean, obviously, it's kind of a weird thing happening without having Hell's Devil in there. They've had some interesting roster instabilities moving through week 1 and week 2 here. We'll see what happens moving forward, though. On the flip side, Leon playing very good for his team. Sean, was there anything large defining factor of what you think caused Mouse to just swing it so hard here at the end?
Yeah, I feel like yeah, there was a lot of war treads and engage and disengage.